Hey guys. Well, finally got a table. There you go. Table. Yeah. Anyways, this is the Softears Volume S. Cool box. But like as you guys know, I don't really care about the box as much. I mean accessories and all that. Actually before I go further, this was lent to me by Hi-Fi Go, so thank you. So say thank you to Hi-Fi Go. Thank you, Hi-Fi Go. I'm talking to myself. Anyways, it comes with that box. I think there's more here, like the accessories. Yeah, this microfiber cloth, and I'm pretty sure there's a card here. Yep, card. Look at that. I can't really see the camera from here. Like I don't know if you can see that properly, but yeah, there's a card. Cool card, right? I actually kind of want to keep this. Not gonna lie. Should I just say like, yo, I kind of lost them. I don't know where to put them. You know, Hi-Fi Go, can I keep this? The answer is probably no. Well, comes in 2 ear tips. One of them is a regular silicone, and these ones, I usually like these liquid silicone type ear tips. I put them on a lot of, I use a lot of them. Most of my IEMs have some kind of like liquid silicone ear tips all the time. That, or I'm using like the TRNT tips. Yeah, I'll just put these back. Actually, the small, oh, whoops. The small, oh, the ear tip ran away from me. Anyway, it needs to be the small one on bottom and then the big one on the top, right? It's always gotta be like that. Here's the IEM. Pretty cool. Looks really nice. Comes with this leather pouch case and had these inside. These are I don't know what these are called. Switch. Well, it's not a switch. It's like you turn it. Well, switch. Yeah, it is a switch. That doesn't really matter. We gotta talk about the IEMs. Yeah. So these don't really fit in my my channel name. You know, since I'm supposed to be the budget guy, I just buy budget stuff. But hey, I was loaned these, so I'm gonna give my thoughts on them. This cable is also really, I mean, I like these fabric cables, these fabric feeling ones, but usually I prefer them glossy, man. I just like glossy more. Matte has its own place. Well, this isn't matte. It's, well, I'm just blabbing. Anyway, I just like the soft glossy like cables. If I could just grab one as an example, right? Oh yeah, like these. I will review these soon, but this is the pulley arc, also loaned by Hi-Fi Go. Like these cables, these do not come with these cables. I just put them in because I like swapping the cables out. Yeah, I like these glossy cables more, but that's just preference, you know. Who knows? I'm not really like complaining much about accessories and all that. If I get an IEM, I usually just swap out like everything, like ear tips, the stock cables. I swap out everything. So I want to start with bass on these. For the low impedance mode, I didn't talk about the impedance. I really need to do scripts for my videos. You know, I do have scripts, but they're like just bullet points on what I need to talk about, so I don't miss anything. But I really do need to like write a script maybe. There's a low impedance mode and a high impedance mode. I should also probably add a graph comparing the two. For bass, for the low impedance mode, it's more focused on mid bass. Personally, I like a bit more sub bass focused presentation, but this is not bad at all. It still has some punch to it. It's really clean. It's not muddy, like how some mid bass focused IEMs tend to be. I kind of find them muddy, but these aren't muddy. It's a softer type of bass. Like, it kind of sounds like balanced armature bass that's done really well. It sounds light. I'm pretty sure it's the dynamic drivers that's taking care of the bass response, but if you've tried balanced armature bass, you'd probably know what I'm talking about. But for high impedance mode, it's quite lacking in bass amount and punch, but it still sounds kind of clean. It just doesn't have much of an oomph to it. For low impedance mode, male vocals are quite nice. They sound full and lush. They're done really well. Instruments that live in this region sound very clean. There's no muddiness. I can't find muddiness on these set. But for high impedance mode, male vocals has some juice cut off from them. It cuts off some juice. The male vocals on these makes it sound like the singer is like singing in the back, like it's quite toned down. It also makes it sound kind of thin. It's lacking in power, but like if I turn it up, if I turn it to the regular volume that I used to listen to, it just starts being too bright. It gets too bright for my tastes. So it's either I listen in the lower volume where the male vocals sound like they're in the back of the soundtrack, or it just sounds too bright. Upper mids, the most important part, upper mids. For low impedance mode, the separation on layered vocals are quite well separated. They sound full-bodied. For high impedance mode, female vocals, even male vocals actually, they sound like they're in the back. It's not just vocals, some instruments are affected too. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing though. Some people prefer that, but personally I prefer a more forward presentation. But if I turn the volume up to get more, it just starts to be a bit more shouty and bright, which I don't really like that much. I wouldn't call the female vocals thin, but it's not exactly scratching that thickness that I'm looking for, the full-bodiedness that I want. Now, I realize here, right, when I was listening to these, I would turn the high impedance mode, and then I would switch to the low impedance mode without adjusting the volume much. But when I do try to adjust the volume, it just ends up sounding too bright. So treble sounds crisp. They sound really natural. Cymbals sound detailed and clear. They sound just like how they're supposed to sound. Very natural. It's also very non-fatiguing, especially for the low impedance mode. For high impedance mode, it sounds a bit more airy and forward. It's bright, but I've never found it sibilant. Personally prefer the low impedance mode a lot more, but you can still listen to the high impedance mode if that's what you want. But for me, personally, low impedance mode, pretty damn good. For Soundstage, it sounds quite spacious. Like, it has a good sense of direction, but I don't really have much to say in this section. It didn't really blow me away or anything, but it's damn solid. You know, I'm kind of spoiled in terms for Soundstage. I know some IEMs have better Soundstage than others, but the thing is, but this is my opinion, if you really want good Soundstage, look at headphones. But you know, that's me. If you really want IEMs, I guess I'm not really the person to ask for advice for Soundstage, because, well, it's not just that. It's not just the Soundstage, right? Like, every single person hears slightly different. So, like, an IEM with spacious, like, really good what's it called? Soundstage. Oh my god. What the fuck? How the hell did I just forgot the word soundstage for a second. Anyways, if I say, like, this IEM has really good soundstage and then another IEM has really bad soundstage. Why do I keep saying soundstage, right? Yeah. We might not agree on the same thing. God damn, I just forgot. My train of thought just went out the window completely. I'm sorry. I'm cutting this out in post. But what I'm trying to say is, we don't hear exactly the same, right? So if I say this has average or bad soundstage and you think otherwise, then yeah, sure. Like, I'm not trying to argue or anything. Why am I saying that? No one's arguing with me. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we perceive soundstage differently. Okay, so I might say this has amazing soundstage, but you don't think so. You think otherwise. And that's fine. You know, I'm not really the person to ask for soundstage. I know a lot of people care about it, but I'm just not the guy. Okay, I think these are pretty good soundstage for an IEM, but a headphone, like a proper headphone, would probably like blow these out of the water. For instrument separation, for both high and low impedance mode, this for both of them, they have absolutely amazing instrument separation. Every instrument sounds very obvious. You will not miss a single background instrument on a song. The details are so clear. Some artists use shakers to fill in space in a song, and usually I'm used to them just disappearing in the background because I test so many budget sets, right? But these still point them out. Me testing so many budget sets is also why I mention layered vocals so much, because some of them just completely make them disappear. Like it's supposed to be an IEM, not a magician. So why is it doing that? Anyway, some songs... Did you hear that? There's a huge plane in the background. I live like quite near an airport, so... Anyway, some songs that I tested have instruments that usually sound muddled because they have too much going on in certain frequency groups. But these handle it extremely well. You can still clearly hear everything. You know, I usually don't like saying stuff like, this is good or bad for its price, because I want to judge an IEM without the price tag. And I get people want an IEM to be judged how it performs in its price range. But you know, this isn't really the place for that. I'm just having fun making these videos. As I said before, I'm not really a reviewer or anything. I just want to give thoughts, like a personal journal. Yeah, this channel is basically just a personal journal of like IEMs I'm testing. Plus, it's fun making these videos. It's fun, like, it's fun testing out new stuff, new IEMs. So, you know, I'm gonna give these A- tier if we're only talking about the high impedance mode. But for the low impedance mode, this is probably A tier. Yeah, this is A. No, actually, this is A+ tier. 2 cents from the future here, and I just wanted to say that going forward, how I'm gonna be doing my videos from now on is I'm going to rank each section that I've already been like every section on my video when I say my thoughts about bass, lower vocals, no, not lower vocals, sorry, lower mids, upper mids, male, female vocals, all that, instrument separation. I'm gonna start ranking them just like how I do my ranking list, and it should be on the screen here. And I'm gonna rank them separately, not separately. On my ranking list, the volume S will still just be 1. But I will rank low impedance mode, which is a lot warmer of a tilt, and high impedance mode, which is a lot brighter. So yeah, that's all. I just want to say that it should be on screen now. I should add it on screen. Future 2 cents, please add that on screen. That's all. Thanks. So since this is my channel, I can do whatever the hell I want with it. I want to set a goal for myself, and it's to read a new book at least once a month. And I'll just slip in a small clip of every video at the end about some stuff I'm currently reading or have read, since I want to reread some stuff too. If I'm feeling lazy or nostalgic, I might just reread some books that I already read in the past. So I can still sheepishly say that, well, at least I read a book in this month. But the goal is 1 book per month, at least 1 book. I want to read more. The goal is to read more than just 1. But if I can't do that because of some time issue, some scheduling issue, then, well, whatever, it's fine. So what I'll be reading is If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kawamura. I've actually seen this author before, but I've never gone into him. So this is my first novel from Genki Kawamura, and yeah, it's a short. It looks very short. So I'm gonna be reading this hopefully by the end of next week, or in like 2 weeks, or if I can't, end of the month. But I will try to finish this. It's short. I have no excuses, right? Anyway, that's all. Thanks for letting me waste your time.